Hello students, welcome in our channel Class 10 NCERT SSC Math with Sujatag. Let us see the new chapter, that is the coordinate geometry, and for the previous year questions 2025. Okay, and for the NCERT or the cbse students. So students, आपण आज PYQs बघणार आहोत आणि हे PYQs अतिशय इम्पॉर्टंट आहेत. ओके, सो तुम्ही काळजीपूर्वक हे बघायचे आहे आणि जसेच्या तसे हे आपल्याला या इयरला आपल्याला येणार आहेत, एक्झामसाठी येणार आहेत. सो दॅट्स वाय बी केअरफुली ऑब्झर्व these PYQs. Okay, one example students, the distance of the point 4, 0 from x-axis is. First option is 4 units, second one is the 16 units, third is the 0 unit, and the fourth one is that of 4 root 2 units. Now here, this is a very simple question student. That is the distance of the point 4, 0. That the distance of the point further from 4, 0. That means we only see the coordinate of this point, the y coordinate of this point. The y coordinate of this point is, see student, that is a 0. That one is the 0, and that means we can say that here, that means we can say that the 0, the distance of the point from this point, from the x-axis to this point is 0 unit. So the option C is correct. Second question students, the distance of the point A minus 3 minus 4 from x-axis is. First option is 3, second one is the 4, third one is the 5, and the fourth one is the 7. Very easy question student. See here, the distance of the point. The distance of the point, that means here 4th A minus 3 minus 4, and here we have to find it out on x-axis, from the x-axis. That means the absolute value of the ordinate. Absolute value of the ordinate. And what is the ordinate? That is the minus 4. So that means the absolute value of the ordinate, that will be 4, and that means our answer is 4. So the option is B, 4. Third example students, AOBC is a rectangle whose 3 vertices are A02, here A02, then O00, here is the point O00, then B40, this is the point B40, students here. Okay, this is the point O, this one is the A, this one is the O00, B is the 40, okay, and C is the 42, and this one is the rectangle, that is the AOBC is a rectangle, and then the square of the length of its diagonal is equal to. Okay, we have to find the square of the length of the diagonal. So that means we draw the diagonal. So the diagonal becomes AB. Okay, the diagonal becomes AB here. Okay, so now we have the coordinate of the A and B, and then we can find out the length of the diagonal, and automatically we can get the square of the length of the diagonal. So how can we find out? So here students, here first we write down that is the length AB. That will say that AB is a diameter. Okay, AB is a diameter in rectangle, that AOBC, in the given rectangle AOBC. Now AB is a rectangle, and that means we have the point A, that the coordinate of A are 0, 2. So consider these coordinates of A are x1, y1. So we have x1 is equal to 0, and here y1 is equal to 2. Okay students, and then the coordinate of B are 4, 0. Okay, so I write here 4, 0, and consider that B as a x2, y2. Then here x2 becomes 4, and y2 becomes 0. Okay, now here we have to find out the length of AB. Sorry, we have to find out the distance AB, distance from AB. Okay, now here distance from AB means here we use the formula, that distance formula. So here I write by distance formula. By distance formula, distance A to B is equal to x2 minus x1 whole bracket square plus y2 minus y1 whole bracket square. So now here put this value here. Now here distance from A to B, that is nothing but the length of AB. So I write here A. Then here x2 minus x1, x2 is a 4 and x1 is a 0. So 4 minus 0 whole bracket square plus. Now y2 and y1. So 0 and 2. So 0 minus 2 whole bracket square. So which is equal to 4 square of 4 plus here minus square of minus 2 and then square of 4, that is means 16, and the square of minus 2, that means the 4. So square root of 16 plus 4, that means square root of 20. Okay, that is the length of A. Now here length of square of length of AB, square of length of AB. So which is equal to square of root 20 and which is equal to 20. Okay, so here students, the square of length of diagonal is equal to 20. So here our answer is the B20. Example for one students, if the midpoint of the line segment joining the points A4 and 2 to B is 2, 6, then the value of A plus B is given by. Okay, so now here first I draw the line segment. So here students, this is a line segment and this line segment, suppose I call this at the AB. And here the end points of these line segments A that having the coordinate A4 and the end point B that having the coordinate 2 to B and its midpoint. See here students, the coordinate of the midpoint is 2, 6. So I take this P as a midpoint 2, 6. Okay. So now here the distance from A to P and the distance from P to B are equal students. Okay. And here we have to find out the value of A plus B here. Okay. So let us find out the value of A plus B here students. But before that, which are the options? See here the first option is 6, second one is a 7, third one is a 8 and the fourth one is a 16. Okay. So let us see, that is the, here I write the coordinate of A, that is A4, and consider that as x1, y1. So here x1 is equal to A and y1 is equal to 4. Then here the B, the coordinate of B are the 2 to B here students. 2, I write here 2 to B, and that means consider that are the coordinate x2, y2. Okay, and then x2 becomes 2 and y2 becomes 2b. Okay, and here students, the midpoint, and the midpoint is P2, 6. I consider that the coordinate xy. So here x becomes 2 and y becomes 6. Okay, y becomes 6. So now here students, by the midpoint formula, here we use by that midpoint formula. Okay, what is the midpoint formula students? That midpoint formula is midpoint, coordinate of midpoint. Here we say that P of xy is equal to the coordinate of x1 plus x2 upon 2 and y1 plus y2 upon 2. Okay, so now here substitute is valid, that is a P of xy, that means P of 2, 6 is equal to x1 plus x2 here a plus 2 upon 2 and here y1 plus y2, that means the 4 plus 2b upon 2. So now here equating that 2 is equal to a plus 2 upon 2 and that means 2 multiply 2 is equal to a plus 2. Okay students, and a plus 2 is equal to 2 and that means 4 is equal to a plus 2. So here 4 minus 2 is equal to a and that means 2 is equal to a. So a is equal to 2 students. Okay, a is equal to 2. Now we are equating this 6 as a 6 is equal to 4 plus 2b upon 2. That means 6 multiplied 2 is equal to 4 plus 2b and that means 12 is equal to 4 plus 2b. That means 12 minus 4 is equal to 2b and that means the 8 is equal to 2b. Here 8 upon 2 is equal to b and that means 4 is equal to b. That is b is equal to 4. So now a is equal to 2 and the b is equal to 4. Now here a plus b is equal to 2 plus 4 and which is equal to 6. Which is equal to 6. So now such a way that our answer is the option A. That is option A, 6 is the final answer.